This is another video brought to you by the Ichiban Productions. Like, comment, subscribe. So welcome everyone, happy days are here again. We're back with another tech review. This time we're looking at the brand new Xbox wireless headset. I think the product rather speaks for itself. It is of course Microsoft's official Xbox headset that's been released to coincide, well, it's a little bit after it, but it's to coincide with the Xbox Series X and S release. This will work on the old Xbox consoles, of course, you know, the Xbox One X and the Xbox One generation. But primarily it's to take advantage of obviously the new technologies involved. So this is a wireless headset. My understanding, it doesn't have a stereo port. We'll find out when we open it up. But it's meant to be wireless to use the Microsoft wireless system. So you can use it with, again, any of the Xbox consoles or a PC if you've got the Xbox wireless dongle. But also it's Bluetooth as well. Now I heard a cheeky rumour that you can connect this via Bluetooth and wireless at the same time. So technically you should be able to play games whilst listening to music from your phone via Bluetooth. I mean, that's one hell of a claim. I've never heard of that before. I'm sure you guys have, but I want to test it and see, does it work? My two other aims in this video, of course, is to tell you, is it worth the money? So this one set me back $89.99. Not too bad. It's about the same price as the PlayStation 1. So as well as figuring out, is this value for money? Should you buy it? I'm also going to compare it to the PlayStation 5, so if you like me and you had to make a difficult choice between one or the other, I ended up buying both anyway because you know that's what I'm like. But if you had to buy one or the other, I'll let you know which one is the best value for money. To start, let's take a look at the front of the box. So we got the beautiful headset shown on the front. The bit that stands out to me first that I'm not overly enamored with is I'm not sure I like that mic. Apparently it bends around the headphone. I don't know, I like integrated mics that aren't sticking out in front of your face. But I suppose it's a design choice. There's also a button there to mute your mic, although it's meant to be auto muting as well. So apparently when you're not talking, the mic should mute to not get any ambient sound from the room. So we'll check that out and see how that works. Looking at the side of the box, what have we got here? So we got ourselves our standard things. It tells you what it's compatible with there. It's also compatible with any Bluetooth device as well. So don't know why it's not advertising that. It's a wireless headset. You got a USB-C charging cable, and you know what I think about USB-C. More information there. Boring. Let's turn it over to the other side. What else have we got? We got exactly the same again. Boring and replicated. And on the back of the box, what do we got here? I'm sort of surprised with the minimalistic explanation of the things that this can do here. It just says it's wireless again. Apparently you can go wired, but it's you need a PC, so it goes USB-C to USB-C to go wired. On-the-go audio for the Bluetooth, which is important. Crystal clear chat. Some of the reviews I've seen online haven't said it's the greatest of chat quality, but I'll test that out and let you know how that goes. And a customizable fit, so it stretches down, you know, like the old headphones that click as you pull it down. In comparison, the PlayStation Pulse 3D headset, it's just got that weird rubber thing at the top to get it to fit over your head. I found it quite comfortable, but I'm much more of a fan of the pull-down headsets. So, with that in mind, that's enough talking. Let's crack it open and see what's inside. One of the things I absolutely love about Microsoft is that it has a lovely little pull tab here, so you don't need a knife or any silliness. It's just there, so hopefully you just pull it and unsealed it goes. So let's check what's inside. So I'm having to do a second take of this because I'm absolutely outraged. What is the point of having a pull tab on it if it doesn't even open it in the first place? I mean, can you see that? It's still actually stuck on. Completely defeats the point of having a pull tab. So I'm going to take a cheeky cut. I'm going to open it properly. Having to bust out a knife to do it. And I'll be right back. And I'm back. Let's try again. Let's see what's inside. I do like opening Microsoft packages. I'm ashamed they've let me down with that tab, but there we go. The beautiful headset in all its glory. My initial thoughts, it looks so much better than I thought it would. Looks a lot more premium. By premium, I mean the colours look much darker and richer than they do on the box. I'm looking forward to getting these out. So let's have a look. Getting them out of the box here immediately. There's some serious weight to these. A lot heavier than I thought they would be. Very, very nice. Nice cushioned fake sort of leather headset, of course, and we've got those cushioned headphones, and of course it says right there, so you know which is the right one, and the left one, which shows you which one the left one is. What else is in the box? Let's have a look. Opening it up here, we've got the beautiful instructions, because you know how much I enjoy reading. Half sticky things, sort of half paper stuck underneath, and we got a really ridiculously short USB-C cable. So let's get this all the way, let's get it out the way so we can take a closer look at everything else. Boom, cheeky cut. So taking a look at what we actually got. So we got ourselves our USB-A to USB-C cable. I love me a bit of USB-C. I was kind of expecting USB-C to USB-C for quick charge, but obviously they left USB-A in there so you could plug it into a PC and use it wired. Although there's no way you're not using that wired. It's literally not possible. Can you imagine how close you're gonna have to be bent down to your PC to get that to work? What a joke. Having a quick look at the old literature that they provided here. So we got all the warnings and stuff, and not reading that, no way. Then we got this thing that was half stuck under the box. Boring, not interested. And I think this is going to be a quick start guide. So let's have a look. Here we go. Power, the little green button, we'll have a look at that in a sec. Turn it on, turn it on. Press the sync button there, so it syncs for 4 seconds. Neat. Then press the old sync button on the Xbox. Ooh, what else we got here? So we know it's connected because it's flashing. And there we go. Riveting stuff. So what have we got here? We got the volume on one side. Oh no, that's the mic to chat ratio. So you can turn up the party chat against the audio. We've got the volume on the other side. Move it up and down, left and right. Oh goodness, power in case you wanted it here, more information. So of course the other thing it's talking about, let's give it out, is there is a app on your Xbox to help with an equalizer and a bass boost, among a few other settings. So we'll have a look at that and I'll let you know if it's any good. So let's take a quick closer look at the headset itself. Initial thoughts of the headset just from picking it up and stuff. It's got some serious weight to it. I'm fairly impressed with that. It's much weightier than I thought. So we've got, ooh, it started to turn already. So we've got that dial there, which I think is going to be, can we see any information? I think, oh, there we go. Volume up, volume down. Very nice twisty thing here. Twisty thing, look at the articulation of the words that I'm coming out with here. It's got a nice turn feel to it. And on the other side, I think, yeah, it's got the same sort of turn feel. Ooh, nice. So halfway, it's got a sort of an indent halfway to let you know you've got obviously the volume halfway between the in-game volume and the chat volume, and then you can go either side as well. Very minimalistic. I like that an awful lot. Then we've got the microphone here, which is bends out. Ooh, left, right, up, down. Hope you're appreciating this camera work. Really, really good. And then we've got the mute button here, so mute. And then we've got the power button here. Ooh, shouldn't have pressed that, but never mind, there it is. And then we've got the USB-C over there to charge. I think that's pretty much it. So, with that in mind, I'm proper excited to charge it. Because you know what I'm like, I've got to charge something before I use it. So I'm going to plug it in, charge it to full, and I'm going to need to give it a blast. Then what I'm going to do, stick around for the rest of the video. I'm going to return, I'm going to compare it to the PlayStation 3D Pulse headset. And of course, I'm going to need to find a case for it as well. So stick around, find out my thoughts, check out the comparison, and find a case. You know you want to stick around. I'll be right back. Boom, and I'm back. Like I said, I'll be back. So it's a couple of weeks later. I've given this headset a serious good go. So I feel like I'm confident to talk about this with great seriousness and great understanding. So first things first, what do I think of the headset in terms of its fit? Yeah, it fits really nice. The extra cushion on the headset really makes a difference when it's compressed against your ears, and the cushion on the top makes it very nice and soft to actually wear. However, I would say, as I have a slightly big head, after wearing this for a few hours, it does start to ache your ears a little bit. But I think that problem is literally limited to people like me who have a slightly larger head. If you've got a normal or smaller head, you won't have a problem at all. So comfort wise, it's pretty good for short, sharp bursts of gaming. But if you're going to be playing for 3, 4, 5 hours, I would definitely consider it when you're considering the size of your head and this headset. The microphone, positive reviews from my friends when hearing me talk through chat. They said it was nice, clear. The auto muting wasn't too bad either. You're going to have to mess around with the settings on the actual Xbox because you can have it as high auto muting, medium or low. And what that basically means is if they're silent, it turns your mic off automatically. You can manually mute it, of course. You can manually mute it, which is that button at the bottom there. However, you know, it will automatically do that for you, which is a pretty cool feature. So yeah, thumbs up for the microphone. The only major negative with the microphone, of course, is you've got it like it sticks out like this, and it twists and whatever. But I mean, come on, it's 2021. Should we really be having microphones that poke out like this? I like the ones that are hidden away, a bit like the ones on the Pulse 3D headset for the PlayStation 5. So they don't have one that protrudes, and the microphone quality seemed equally as good. So that's my negative for the microphone. But I know what you're all thinking. You're thinking, Ichiban, tell me about the sound quality. Is it good? Well, yeah, I'm pleased to report that the sound quality is pretty good. My goodness, this has a huge amount of bass. In fact, I go as far to say that when you've got the bass boost on, it is overpowering bass. I mean, is it possible to have too much bass? Well, in my opinion, yeah, it is. So when you go into the settings feature on this, I would turn the bass boost off. You just simply don't need it. It's so bassy that I think it overpowers a lot of the other settings. Now, for me personally, I played around with the equalizer settings because I think the default one, 00000, didn't pick out the finer features. So, I was playing Assassin's Creed, couldn't hear someone coming up from behind me. A bit of Call of Duty, you can't hear people coming around the corners and stuff like that because there's too much bass. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flash up the equalizer settings I've been used. I personally felt that after I tuned them to those settings, it made a hell of a difference and was so much better. So if you've got one of these, I'll be very interested to hear, after you change them to those settings, what do you think? Is it better? Is it not? Post in the comment section. So flagging up those settings now. One of the features I really do like about the headset is it's seamless. Just press a button and it connects setting. So here we go. We've got that button. You just press it and it connects straight to your Xbox after the first time you've connected it. So when you connect it up, the first thing it asks you to do is to do an update. You do the update. Takes a little bit of time, but then it's all done and set and sorted. So when you want to use it, bang, you just press the button. It auto connects. I mean, it makes it life a lot easier. On the flip side, when you've got the Pulse 3D, the PlayStation 5 one, you have to plug in the dongle to it. So there's a USB dongle that comes with this that has to be plugged in to connect this to the PlayStation 5. So you either leave the dongle in completely or you got to get up. So I don't know about you, I'm on the sofa, the girlfriend's falling asleep or whatever. I can reach over for the headset, just turn it on with the click of a button, and it silences the room not to wake her up. Whereas this one, you kind of got to jimmy and slide off the old sofa. And plug in the USB dongle, and so it's not as quite as seamless. So this definitely is better than the PlayStation 5 one in terms of its connectivity and seamlessness to work. The PlayStation 5 one also comes with a stereo headset connector, so you can plug that straight into any stereo thing. So it means that when I'm doing my recording, I can use that to audio monitor, whereas I can't use that one. It does have Bluetooth, so it will connect to your Bluetooth devices, but I've got a audio monitoring microphone which needs one of these to connect to it. So it means I can't do audio monitoring on my microphone when I'm recording videos with this, but I can do it with the PlayStation 1. So horses for courses, I suppose, isn't it? That's not going to be a big deal breaker for everybody, but it is something to notice the difference. So I know what you're thinking, Ichiban, which one is the better one? If you can have one, which one would you have? So out of the two, which one would I personally have? I'd have the PlayStation 5 one, I'm afraid. I think the audio quality, in my opinion, is ever so slightly better in this. This is good, but it requires some fine tuning. Once you've tuned it all and stuff, it is very, very good. But this one I thought was much better just straight out the box. So if you're not into all that sort of stuff, this one's for you. I also found this one slightly more comfortable. I don't know whether it's the design or the headband or whatever, but I did really like this. However, for convenience purposes, this one is the winner outright. There's something lovely about just pressing a button and it connects to the Xbox and it's all done and dusted. Ultimately, really, I mean, what's going to be the difference breaker? Or the deal breaker, I should say. It depends which console you've got. If you've got a PlayStation 5 one, go for PlayStation 5. If you've got a Series X or an Xbox, go for this one. It's an absolute no-brainer. Now, the other question I know what you're going to ask yourself is, Ichiban, do you have a case? Boom, cheeky cut. Of course I've got a case. If you see my PlayStation 5 one, you should recognise this case. It's exactly the same case I've got my PlayStation 5 headset in. It works a treat. It's rugged. It protects it. It's got a pouch for your gimmicks. What more could you possibly want? It also closes really nicely without putting undue pressure on the headset, because that's important to me. I know there's some cases I've had in the past where you have to really push down to get them in, but no, it's absolutely perfect. I'd highly recommend it. I'll put a link to this in the description, and of course a link to the headset. Last but not least, you know what time it is. It's time for the star rating. So what is the Ichiban going to give this headset? It's going to be up 4 stars out of 5 stars. The headset, it does what it says on the tin. If you're looking for an Xbox headset in the price range of about 90 quid, this is the one for you. The sound quality on it can be excellent if you do the fine tuning, or if you're a bass head. If you're a man or woman who loves a bit of bass, this is for you. Turn the bass boost on, your ears will be bleeding with bass. It's pretty impressive for such a headset. The convenience of plugging it in is absolutely superb. You just press a button, connected. You don't have to bother with dongles and all that sort of stuff. Away it goes. I'm not a big fan of the microphone. For me, it should be detachable or built in. And the fact you have to fine tune it is a bit difficult for people, especially if you don't know what you're doing, so that's why you're minusing a star. But overall, yeah, I'd recommend it. If you can get hold of one of these and you got an Xbox and you're looking for a headset, you can't go far wrong with this one. With that in mind, I want to say a massive thank you to each and everyone who subscribed to my channel. You mean the absolute world to me, and that Ichiban guarantee still stands. If you find me in the street and you go, I'm subscribed to the Ichiban Productions, I will buy you a chill can of Coke. If you enjoyed the video, press the subscribe button and give it a cheeky thumbs up. The more thumbs up we get, the more people that can enjoy the video. If you got any comments or questions, post them in the comment section below. I always reply to each and every comment. It really does mean the world to me to see that people are engaging, answering questions, influencing people. It means the world. I always think, what would I want from my reviews, and I try to deliver that. But if you've got any additional questions, just post them below. And with that in mind, you know what I'm going to say. Look after yourselves, take care of the people around you, and most importantly, stay out of trouble.